Well, hello, all my favorite internet people out there. Thanks for stopping by for the latest installment of the Sunday Night Stash Spotlight. Sorry this one's coming out a little late. I ended up having to work an extra day this week, so that kind of threw my whole schedule out of whack for trying to get these things sorted. So, earlier in the week, I had did a little poll on the channel to see which of a selection of kits that you guys would like to see next. And there was kind of a tie for first place, but it was kind of a gotcha moment because I'm going to do all four of those. I just kind of wanted to see which ones you might want to see first, but it was a tie between this guy here, which is the Aoshima Brian James car transporter, and the Tamiya Ford Sierra, but I'll get to that later. So for this one right now, let's take a look at the trailer. All right, so take a look at the box here. So it's Brian James Trailers A4 Transporter. So this is a style of car hauler that's used, well, pretty much everywhere else except for North America, it seems. I think the company itself is based out of the UK, and their trailers are sold throughout Europe and apparently also Japan. So we get a couple of views on the box side here of the built-up trailer, and in typical Aoshima fashion, you get some paint color guides with, I think these are, yeah, probably Mr. Hobby paints. That's what they tend to go with. So this is a new tool. It came out, I say recently, within the past few years. I can't seem to find a date on the box here. Maybe there's something in the instructions. No, I'm not seeing a date so far. But anyways, so here's our instructions, typical fold out Aoshima style. We have our little product information on the front, and then on the back we got our spruminac here that shows you what all the trees are, and the itty bitty tires and the decals. So starting out, we have a little bit of explanations on how to do some decals, and we got our paint guides, and this is the decal guide on where things go. And then to build up the trailer, each of the side rails is separate, and you build them with your cross braces. And the axles, well, there is no axle side to side. They mount to the side rails themselves, and they have probably a rubber torsion kind of suspension. So you mount the wheel pegs and the brake drums, because this trailer has brakes. And then looks like we have the center decking and a winch, hand crank winch that installs on there, to a rail that goes up the front of the trailer, so you can move this side to side. And then on this page here, you can start to see, install the tread plates for driving your car up on. And looks like they're in two segments, so the pieces aren't the full length of the trailer. And there's some lights that go on there. And then we have the tongue and the coupler which is a different style coupler than what we might be used to here in North America anyway. And then the tongue attaches to the base of the trailer. Then we have these little kind of pods that go at the back that have the tail lights, marker lights for the sides. And flipping over, we put the mud guards on and wheel stops so that you don't drive off the trailer into your tow vehicle. We've got a tire rack here that goes on the front. I guess that's kind of optional. And so typical Asian style, we have our poly caps, the wheels, and the tires. So we'll get to those later. Oh, and then there's a spare tire. So there's 5 wheels that come with it. And then there's also ramps that stow inside the trailer, so you can, display it with the ramps out. Have a car coming on and off if you so choose. And then it also comes with this little attachment here. So this is the part that goes onto your tow vehicle. So there's just this bar, and then there's the ball mount that kind of goes to it. It comes with 4 of them, but they're all identical from what I can tell. So I'm not sure what's up with that. And then there's also the dolly wheel for putting the trailer around. Now, I was looking at this. Here we go. So it tells you here in the instructions. So when you're installing it, like when you're building your tow vehicle, to have this hitch installed 11 millimeters from the table or the display surface that it's going to be mounted on. So that way that the trailer, when it's assembled, is sitting level. So, well, maybe those ball mounts have different heights to them. I'll have to take a better look at that. So we have our little decal sheet. Now this is, it's probably really hard to tell, but this is all matte finish. There's nothing gloss here. So we have our number plates for Japan, and we have 2 German plates. Center caps for the wheels. Then a whole bunch of marker lights. We got our Maker's Mark nameplates. And then these decals here all go down the sides of the trailer. So we'll start off with these itty bitty little tires. I don't know how well that is to see, but they are Bridgestone RD 203 steel. If I look on my little cutting mat, they are approximately 14 millimeters in diameter. So 24th scale, that's roughly a 14-inch wheel. And then we have our poly caps for mounting the wheels. We have our transparent tree. So here we have our tail lights, marker lights for clearance lights for the sides of the trailer. And so then we'll look at this tree here. We have our spare wheel. I think this is the winch sliding thingamadoodle. We have our 2 different heights of dolly wheel, so retracted and lowered. So that this one here is the one that you would display the trailer by itself. Hitch mount, wheel pegs, mud guards, winch halves. These are the mud flaps. These are the mounts for the tail lights. We have some, I think these are holding pins for the ramps. These, I'm not quite sure. They go on there somewhere. These are the tire stops, wheel stops, the rims, and we have the drum brakes. These are part of the tire rack. And moving on to this tree here. So, these are two halves of the coupler, a cross member, more cross members maybe? This is, yeah, these here are the end panels. So the ramps, this goes at the back of the trailer, and the ramps go in through these holes. And then there's the two widths. So these are the European width number plates, and this would be for Japan and North America, I guess. Yeah, these are all different heights. So these are all the ball mounts. Here we have some more cross members. That's the winch crank, and that's some kind of bar support thingy-madoodle. And moving on to this one, here we have the two sides of the trailer, so you can see that suspension I was telling you about. I had a couple of tent trailers that had this kind of suspension set up, where this end here is fixed to the trailer frame, and there's a rubber bushing in there, so it's a round bushing, and then it's like a square peg, and that makes the suspension. So then the wheels mount here, and we have some of our tread plates for driving on, and some more of the cross members. And here we have, oh, I guess I was wrong again. So, aha, okay. So these here would be the ramps. My bad. And then these are the tread plates for driving on. So this is the center section of the trailer, and this here, these are the tread plates that you drive on. So, fairly simple little kit. I actually have a couple of these, and one of these days, obviously, along with everything else that's here in the collection, it'll get built at some point. But yeah, so I thought maybe you guys would like to see that. If you can get a hold of one of these trailers, I highly recommend it. It's a neat little trailer, and it's also, you know, just different enough from stuff that's been available from other manufacturers that it's a great addition to anybody's collection. So thanks for stopping by. If you liked what you saw, you know, do all the things, press the buttons, like, subscribe, tell your friends. If you didn't like it, you don't have to say anything. But thanks for watching anyway. We'll see you around next time.